So I'm going to walk through this a little bit step by step, explaining things. Now, admittedly, this is definitely a more advanced technique, simply because it involves a lot of footwork. So therefore, we're wearing the white shoes. Pay attention to what my feet are doing. I'm going to talk you through it too, though. So we start out, haven't closed the space yet. So from this point, we could either disengage to draw and strike, or instead, for this technique, we're going to close that space and prevent them from drawing their blade. So to do that, we're going to step in with our right foot. We're going to do a strike to the face with our right. I'm just using a backhand. This is just like a slap. And you see, this is not very sturdy at all. It's not very hard. It's literally just a slap to the back of their face. You're slapping them in the eyes. Makes the eyes water. It's a perfect stun. Doesn't take a lot of force. Simultaneously, my ska, I'm going to either jab them in the lower abdomen, or if you think about it, if they're going to try and draw either their katana or their wakizashi, instead of doing a jab, I can do a down strike with this, striking to the back of their hand. So if their hands are here, I'm striking the back of the hand to prevent them from drawing. So in one motion, I step in and I strike. My right foot is in front, my back foot, or my left foot is in back, so I'm already set up perfectly to draw. So I strike. Instead of drawing straight forward, I'm going to draw off to my right in order to clear. Now, instead of putting my hand at the back of the blade like you normally would for close quarters like this, instead, I am going to just grab my ska. Now, connecting hand, foot, and sword all in one unison, my left foot's going to come up so that I can do a powerful cut. As my right foot comes back, I cut, and that blade follows my right foot back. If you need to, if they try and close on you, you can cut from this position by driving your shoulder into it to do that cut. But we're here, we draw, we grab with both hands, left foot comes up, not all the way up, just kind of halfway. Right foot goes back in order to facilitate the cut, and we cut. As soon as we finish the cut, the blade switches. When the blade switches, my right hand, or my top hand, also switches into a reverse grip, like so. Also, I'm going to tuck this blade up to my elbow, so it is along the back of my elbow. Now again, my left foot is going to come towards my right foot, not all the way up to it, but about halfway. Comes about halfway, and I pivot, so my toe is pointing that way. Now I'm going to step back with my right foot, as if I'm trying to step between his feet. Step back with my right, turn. So now my right foot, my toe is pointed towards him, and my left foot also pivots on the ball of my foot, so it's pointing that way. As I turn, I now push into him, and I drive this blade in. You can think about this as almost like a shoulder and hip check. In Kung Fu, we call this taking the space. You literally step between their feet with your foot, you step between, and you bump them with your shoulder and your hip, and it forces them out of that space, and you now own the space. So essentially this technique does that, but I also have a blade, and I'm going to bury that blade in the torso as I do so. So I stab, then I pull it out, shuffling back, switch my grip, and then again, hand and foot connection. My right foot sweeps back as I perform that. Either a kesa cut at a downward angle, or depending on their height, I can just do a direct horizontal cut, either across the throat or to behead, ideally, whatever you want to do with that. So kind of a kesa cut, horizontal cut, or realistically, if you needed it to, you can simply step back, and instead of having the blade here, just bring it overhead, and you can come straight down. So whatever the situation dictates, you follow up with the cut that you need. So, talking through it again, I close the space, and I simultaneously strike to the face, and I down strike to the hand, preventing them from drawing. Draw my blade this way, saya comes back, and I go here. That left foot comes up, right foot goes back as I cut, switch the blade, grab with the back of the hand, left foot slides halfway up and pivots, right foot slides back, and I'm looking back over my right shoulder, blade is tucked into my elbow, Again, toes point where I want to go. Thrust. I slide back, pulling the blade out. Right foot goes back, facilitates the cut. Alright, so now from a different angle. Again, we start back here. I step up with my right, I close the space, and I simultaneously do this down strike or straight in strike with my ska, backhand slap. Draw my blade that way so as to not hit them, gives me a little bit of extra room to clear, plus I'm going to be cutting in that direction. So I draw, left hand comes up, left foot comes up with the left hand, right foot goes back, and I cut. Hand switch to reverse grip with just my top hand. Left foot comes up and pivots, right foot steps back, aiming for between their feet. I stab, pull the blade out, switch my hands, kesa cut. Now, at speed, we're looking for something kind of like this.